as you are already on the very first day of World Economic Forum, you could feel there is a lot of sense of uncertainty and uneasiness about the next few weeks and months to come because of administration change, for example, in Washington, D.C., and people are thinking about what might be the policies followed. How do you look at these uncertainties and the leadership styles evolving as a result of that or related to that?
As far as I can observe, the main uncertainty is among the European leaders. With respect to Azerbaijan, we don't have any uncertainty. We remember the time when President Trump was head of the United States, and our relationship developed very successfully, unlike the last 4 years when they completely deteriorated due to the unfair and unjust approach to Azerbaijan by Biden's administration. So our previous experience in working with President Trump was very positive, and we expect that these 4 years, which we consider as the lost years in the US-Azerbaijan relationship, will be already history, and we will restart. But among European leaders, there is a big uncertainty and I would say big concern. And the reason is very simple. We all know how President Trump was treated by some of them when he was not president last 4 years. We all know whom they supported, most of them, at the presidential elections this time. And if we know that, definitely President Trump knows it even better. And we already have the first, I would say, disqualification, and this is Canadian Prime Minister. Just one word of President Trump about him was enough for him to go home, to resign. And that's not because only certain political processes. It's just because some Western leaders were very unjust to President Trump, and definitely they are concerned that now maybe the time has come for them to be responsible for that. This is my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see any other serious reason to be concerned about the change in the United States. I think the world can become much safer. During the first term of President Trump, the United States didn't start any war. And this was also a unique experience if we look at the history of the United States, at least several decades before. So as far as Azerbaijan, we are certain and we are optimistic.
How do you see the interactions as an observer, of course, between China and the United States? We understand right before the inauguration ceremony of Mr. Trump as the 47th President of the United States, Chinese President and the US President talked on the phone. And they talk about how they can cooperate for the benefits of the world's security, development, and safety. So how do you see these kind of interactions between the two largest economies of the world?
That was, by the way, very good news, I think, for the world, that presidents of China and United States now back.
You know both of them quite well.
Well, I know President Xi much better because I met him many times. With President Trump, I didn't have a formal meeting, just handshake. But again, this is a very good sign, a good signal to the world, to world economy, to stability, because China and the United States are two biggest economies and two leading countries of the world. And of course, consensus between them on different issues. And cooperation, not confrontation, will be definitely to the benefit of all the countries. So when we heard about that telephone conversation, we were glad that it happened, and we hope that this process of close partnership